Alright guys, I'm back for another video. And also, I know you guys enjoy this format. Look at this amazing layout I have for these videos. It can't be beat. But anyways, we're going to be going over the details for the future Gohan portion of this unit. And then I'll go ahead and do Trunks in a separate video. Let's get into it. So first of all, his leader skills, Banda Master and Disciple category, 4 key, HP attack and defense, 220%. Which is a decent leader skill, I guess, but I feel like they could have done better. It's better than nothing, but still. They could have done better, though. But at least we have some good options, like the AGO Kid Gohan Extreme Z Awaken. And we also have the Tag SCR Blue Goku and Vegeta, so there's that. His super attack effect is greatly raised defense for 3 turns, which can be fairly useful for longer content or any content in general, because you can get up to 2 stacks of his defense, which obviously is viable for a lot of the hard content in the game currently. So there's that. His passive skill, attack and defense 150%, which is permanent. These are just his basic effects. He also gets Bonded Master and Disciple category allies attack and defense 50%, which is massive by the way. Guaranteed additional super, which is also great. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. AGL and INT to rainbow key spheres, phenomenal ability. Rainbow orb changer. And for every Banda Master and Disciple category ally on the team, he gets key plus 3 up to 9 and 50% attack and defense up to 150%, which I believe that includes himself as well. So you'd only need 2 members of that category on that team, which is a light restriction. And honestly, I don't really mind it. It could have been worse. But he also gets a critical chance and damage reduction 20% up to 60%. Damage reduction is needed in the current content, we all know that, or dodge as well. And when he attacks, he gets 200% attack. Now, that's one of my biggest issues with this unit, is the fact that he doesn't get defense when he attacks like all of the other units that have been releasing recently, which is unfortunate. But I guess we'll just have to deal with it. And for 1 turn, he gets guard. I don't like that ability because it's only for 1 turn. They could have at least given him the guard for 3 turns, but whatever. So for 1 turn, he guards all attacks, chance of performing critical hit, and damage reduction 20%. He gets an additional chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction 10% on all allies. 30% attack as the first attacker in the turn. And for 3 turns started from his first turn, they should have done the same thing with his guard. He gets an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. And for the final portion, when the character or ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd, if there is another Banda Master and Disciple category ally on the team, started from the 3rd turn of the character's entry, he revives with 58% HP recovered, and then he finally exchanges with the Super Saiyan Trunks from the future youth. These are his categories right here: Banda Master and Disciple, Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Goku's Family, Super Saiyans, Android / Cell Saga, All Out Struggle, Connected Hope, Bond Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters, Demonic Power, Powerful Comeback, and Entrusted Will. So he has a plethora of categories that he can use to his advantage, which is great by the way. And also, I forgot this portion of his passive. I'm sorry about that, guys. But when he revives, he gets a permanent 200% attack and guards all attacks permanently. We already went over his super attack effects. Oh, actually, wait. Future Gohan gets some buffs apparently when he revives. Is this still him? Covered after an allies. Oh, after an allies revival skill is activated. Well, that's pretty nice. They decided to give him that. When another ally dies, he gets the permanent guard and permanent 200% attack and defense. That's pretty interesting. And then his super attack for the 12 key is greatly raised for 3 turns. Actually, the design for this Gohan, It's not the worst ever, honestly. I feel like they could have made a few tweaks to him, but he seems to be a viable unit, I would say. But for the guard, they could have at least given it to him for two more extra turns, but they decided not to. So I feel like they shafted him when it comes to that. But other than that, Future Gohan seems like a fairly decent unit. Alright, anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm leaving.